Good evening and welcome to Wentz Run Park, where tonight, one final game decides who writes the next chapter in one of Pennsylvania's premier baseball traditions. For more than 7 decades, Bux Mont Connie Mack baseball has been about more than wins and losses. It's where rivalries are born, champions are crowned, and some of the region's best baseball players have taken the field. Every summer begins with the same goal. Every team believes they can be the last one standing. Now, after months of baseball, after countless innings, long road trips, playoff battles, only 2 remain. The defending champion Plymouth Whitemarsh Colonial Select refused to let their title defense end quietly. In a semifinal that demanded every ounce of grit they had, Colonial Select survived and advanced in an extra-inning thriller to earn one more chance at defending their crown. Standing on the other side is the top-seeded Wissahickon Warriors, a team that has looked every bit the favorite throughout the season. They can beat you with power, with depth, and with relentless pressure from the first inning to the last. Their dominant semifinal victory sent a message to the rest of the league. They're here to finish what they started. It's experience versus ambition, the defending champions against the number 1 seed, a battle between 2 teams that earned every step of this journey. When the final out is recorded tonight, one community will celebrate, one team will hoist a trophy, and one group of players will forever become a part of Bux Mont Connie Mack history. The road that began back in June ends here. The stage is set. The crowd is ready. The championship is on the line. History doesn't remember finalists. It remembers champions. From Wentz Run Park, we welcome you to the 2026 Bux Mont Connie Mack A-Division Championship game. It's Plymouth Whitemarsh Colonial Select. It's the Wissahickon Warriors. And it's time to play for a championship. Hello and good evening as we welcome you inside our broadcast booth here from Wentz Run Park. My name is Brendan Flato, and alongside me tonight is Nolan McShane. And Nolan, as we mentioned before, tonight is the championship, and everything is going to be on the line.
Yes, Brendan, tonight, it's going to be very intense. I know most of these players have been thinking about this game all day, so nerves might be up, and I'm ready to see them. I'm ready to see how they play, and it's going to be fun.
All right, let's take a look at our players to watch, starting with Colonial Select.
Well, Brendan, I'm looking at Carson Wooldridge. The Colonial Select shortstop is legit. He came up huge for his team defensively multiple times in the semifinal against Penn Ridge. This season, he's batting .375 through 90 plate appearances while slugging .500. Defensively, he has a .938 fielding percentage on 97 chances. Wooldridge has proven that he can take over a game in the playoffs, and I'm excited to see if he can do it again today.
All right, and then on the other side, what are we looking at for the Warriors?
For Wissahickon, it's Charlie Ajamian. He's coming off an impressive high school season with Wissahickon, including a Carpenter Cup selection. With the Warriors, he's hitting .412 and pitching to a 0 ERA with a 1.0 whip. Ajamian will get the start on the mound tonight, and I'm looking for him to have a big impact on this game.
All right, and those are our players to watch. Nolan, why don't we take a look at your keys to the game?
Yeah, so starting off my keys to the game, the first one, avoid walks. If we can just throw strikes, as pitchers stay in the strike zone, it's going to be pretty good. And walks kill. When they get on base, they usually score if there's less than an out. So we really want to avoid walks.
All right,
and then my second, attack good pitches early in counts. So yeah, as batters, we're going to have to be able to swing early and often and get on base.
All right, and we will have lineups and first pitch now, starting with Colonial Select. Leading it off, it's Evan Burns. Batting second, Carson Wooldridge. Third, Justin Kriebel. Fourth, Aiden Jones. Fifth, Austin Stolzer. Sixth, Grant Jennings. In the 7th spot, it's Austin Earl. Batting 8th and doing the catching, it's Sam Montemayor. Batting 9th, it's Zach Pasternak. And batting 10th, it's Connor Logan. Now on the other side, for the top-seeded Wissahickon Warriors, they are the home team tonight, and leading it off is Patrick Romano. He will do the catching. Batting second, it's Kerwin Elliott. Batting third, Chase Carpenter. Batting fourth, Charlie Ajamian. Batting fifth, Michael Wagner. Batting sixth, Patrick Lunsford. Batting seventh, Aiden Diorio. Batting eighth, Jude Hume. Batting ninth, Tommy Morano. And in the 10th spot, it's Shane Meisler. And first pitch is right now as Chase Carpenter throws in low. Leading it off for Colonial Select is the second baseman, Evan Burns. On the mound is Chase Carpenter. The 1-0 is lined out in the right field, and that one will drop in for a base hit. Meisler comes up firing the first, but that one's not going to be in time.
Close.
Nice job by Lunsford to dig it out, but that's a strong leadoff single for Evan Burns.
Great job by Colonial getting up early on the count. Getting a little base hit to right field. That's always what you want for your leadoff.
And that'll bring up our player to watch, Carson Woldridge. Woldridge was the player of the game in the semifinal against Penridge. The first pitch he sees is over for a strike. The 0-1.
Oh, it's deep.
Sent high and deep to center field. Elliott's going back, and he will not get there. Might have lost it in the sun. And it's going to be 2 bases for Carson Woldridge on the Elliott error.
A little bit more wind coming out here, and that ball might have been gone. I mean, that ball was piece, Brendan.
Yeah, he got all of that. As we take another look, you can see Elliott going back on it, just hit off his glove. Yeah, it doesn't look like he saw that one.
Not how the Wissahickon Warriors wanted to start off, but let's see what they can do here.
That'll bring up Justin Kriebel. Kriebel takes low. Kriebel fouls it away. We'll bring the count to 1-1. The last time we saw Chase Carpenter pitch here at Wentz Run Park, it was a no-hitter versus Cheltenham. So he's not going to be able to get the no-no tonight, but hoping to put up another 0 on the scoreboard. Carpenter kicks and delivers the pitch. In there for a called strike at the knees.
1-2. Let's see if he can get a curveball over the plate for a strike 3 swing.
The pitch, it is lined out in the left center field. It's going to get down for a base hit. 1 run is in the score. Woldridge rounds third. He's going to score as well, and it's a 2 RBI base hit for Justin Kriebel. We'll take another look. Kriebel, with runners on second and third, does a nice job to keep his hands inside this pitch and drive it out into the left center field gap to score 2. And Nolan, this is exactly what you want to do to start a game if you're Plymouth Whitemarsh Colonial Select.
Yeah, and they're doing well. I mean, they're just attacking the fastball. I haven't seen much of a mix of pitches, but I mean, Colonial's getting their hands out in front and just driving the ball where they need to be.
That'll bring up Aiden Jones. He got the save in the last game on the mound for Plymouth Whitemarsh. Looking to do it with the bat today. Their starting pitcher tonight is Grant Jennings. As that one is low and he gets past Patrick Romano behind the plate, allowing Kriebel to advance to second base. Here's the pitch. Grounded over to first. Lunsford's up with it. He'll tag the bag, but it moves Kriebel to third, so a job well done there with nobody out for Aiden Jones, and it'll bring up Austin Stolzer.
Great job by Pat Lunsford staying down on that ball and getting it out. Really needed that for Wissahickon right here.
So Stolzer batting in the 5 spot. He plays center field for Plymouth Whitemarsh. The pitch. That ball is skied out to right. Ranging back Shane Meisler. He's under it. Kriebel will tag, and he will score easily. So it's a 3-0 lead for Colonial Select on the RBI sac fly from Austin Stolzer. So with the runner on third there, Stolzer did his job, getting the fly ball out anywhere in the outfield that was deep enough to score Kriebel. And it's a quick 3-0 lead for Colonial Select. This is very similar to what they did to Penridge in the semifinal matchup. Just score early as this one is sent deep to
deep.
left center field. It'll chase back Elliott and Hugh May. It'll drop before the wall. Hugh May will throw it in, and it's going to be a double for Grant Jennings.
Colonial is absolutely destroying baseballs right now. Brendan, I did not think they were coming out this hot.
No, we saw them come out fast against Penridge, but not like this. Not with this type of power.
I won't be surprised if we see any balls get out of here tonight.
Yeah, it is flying. Not even that much humidity today.
Nope, not at all.
It'll bring up Austin Earl with a runner at second and 2 away. The pitch from Carpenter. It's taken low. Carpenter kicks and fires. It's grounded over to short. A Jamian. Up with it on the backhand. His throw across the diamond is dug out by Lunsford, and they got him.
Great play. Way to get out of that inning.
We'll take another look as we head to the break. With the base runner in front of him nonetheless, Charlie Jamian does a great job to stay behind that ball and make an off-balance throw, and then you'll see at the end the pick from Lunsford saves the day. Great stretch over there at first to retire the side, but not before Colonial Select gets 3 across. We'll head to the bottom half. It's Colonial Select 3, Wissahickon coming up to bat. You're watching Game Time Sports' broadcast of the Connie Mack A-Division Championship game. All right, and welcome back. On the mound for Colonial Select is the left-hander Grant Jennings. And leading it off for Wissahickon is Patrick Romano. The 0-0. Runs inside, almost hits him.
Looks like he's got some pretty good velocity here, Brennan. Saw him warming up in warm-ups, and it looks like he's hitting his spots pretty well.
Yeah, we saw him pitch earlier this season. That one is grounded and will be picked up by Montemare, the catcher, but he is not going to be able to get Romano, who, as the ball goes by, will take a turn for second base. And it'll be picked up out there in right field before he could get any further. But that's a way for the leadoff man get on base, and by getting the second, he'll take that any day of the week. We'll bring up Kerwin Elliott, but as we were saying about the pitching for Colonial Select and Grant Jennings, we saw him pitch in a Philly Select game against Hustle 360 about a month and a half ago, and he was bringing the velocity that day. He was unhittable for Hustle 360. Now in Connie Mack, the competition's a little bit steeper, but still has proven that he is a strong arm as that one. Oh, they got him. Wow, we'll take another look.
There is no way they just got caught sleeping like that.
I think he was just walking back to the bag and missed it. We'll see if we have it. Doesn't look like we have it in our camera angle, but yeah, they just caught him sleeping. So that is a killer out for Wissahickon, as Elliott, first pitch he sees is in there for a strike. Can't do that, Nolan. Not in a championship game.
Nope, not at all.
The pitch fouled away. Bring the count to 1-1. The 1-1, Jennings delivers in the dirt. The pitch grounded over to third. The throw across the diamond is in time to retire Elliott, and a nice play there by Kriebel. That'll bring up the starting pitcher for Wissahickon, Chase Carpenter, as quickly there is 2 away. One 0 count here to Carpenter. The pitch. Taken. Bring the count to 2-0 to the Wissahickon Warrior 3-hitter. Chase Carpenter plays his high school ball right down the street with the Wissahickon Trojans. As he lines one out to left, Earl will take a step back and make the catch to retire the side. One man reaches, he was picked off second base, then back-to-back outs for Jennings, and Colonial Select will head to the top half of the second. It's Plymouth Whitemarsh 3, Wissahickon nothing. You're watching Game Time Sports' broadcast of the Bux Mont Connie Mack A-Division Championship game. And welcome back. Brendan Flato and Nolan McShane, your narration tonight for this Bux Mont Connie Mack A-Division Championship game. It'll be the catcher Sam Montemayor who leads it off, and the first pitch he sees is in there for a strike from Carpenter.
Yeah, great job by Colonial that first inning, putting up a few on the board and then going real quick through the first beginning of the lineup. I mean, that's how you want to start off a game like this.
Pitch cut on and missed by Montemayor. It'll be interesting to see as Carpenter starts to settle in here how long of a leash he has. They do have Charlie Ajamian available to pitch tonight. The 0-2. Runs inside. Chin music there for Montemayor.
Great pitch. I honestly like that a lot.
Brushing back.
Only 1-2 count now. Go outside of the plate. Let's see what the call is here, though.
Here's the pitch. That one is skied out in the center field. Under it, Kerwin Elliott. He will make the catch.
Great job. I think that was an off-speed pitch right there. Just got a good pop-up. There's one out for the Warriors.
And that'll bring up Zach Pasternak. We saw him against Penridge come into the game in the 7th as a substitution. Today getting the start at first base and batting in the 9th spot. That first pitch is in there for a called strike. The 0-1. Popped up on the infield. It's ranging back. It's Jamian, and that one will drop in for a base hit. So a bloop single there for Pasternak. Gets the first runner on for Colonial Select here in the 2nd inning. So we take another look. Just a little bit too far for Jamian to range back and get it. Too shallow for Hugh May to get to it. And it'll drop in for a base hit as the first pitch is inside.
I think I just heard the Colonial dugout calling a balk on Carpenter.
We'll take a closer look here. Maybe he didn't come fully set on the last one. He's definitely
He's set right there.
Yeah, he's definitely come set here. The pitch cut on and missed.
Great pitch.
Up at the plate for Plymouth Whitemarsh is number 11, Connor Logan. He's the extra hitter tonight for Colonial Select. It's the pickoff over to first.
Great job. Love to see that. You do not want to give up a steal at a second because that scoring position, it's an easy base hit RBI.
The pitch. Line drive, and that one is going to be
caught
by Elliott.
Amazing
The
play.
throw to first base. Offline. Not sure he would have anyway. But you hear the goose chants from the crowd as Kerwin Elliott makes a diving catch.
Let's see this back right here, Brennan.
I think we're going to get a pretty good look at it, too. Coming right at our cameras. Good hit by Logan, but full extension. Using every bit of that 6'4" frame is Kerwin Elliott.
Great job. Way to sell out there. Warriors got 2 outs right now. Low ground ball, and they're back hitting.
That'll bring up Evan Burns in the top of the lineup for Colonial Select. The pitch from Carpenter. It's taken low. They're really putting the outfield of Wissahickon to work here early in this game, and we haven't mentioned it yet, but the sun at this field comes down right beyond the pickleball courts behind the backstop, and it can be brutal for the right side of the infield and the center fielder. Third base and left field get a break. Shortstop, depending on where they're shaded, could be in a good spot, but that left side of the infield, I should say, and center field, it gets tough. The pitch. That one is low. Carpenter delivers a strike with the fastball. Good velocity on that one.
There it is. He's got to live there just a little bit lower in the zone. Keep the ball down.
The 2-1 with 2 outs and Pasternak at first. The pitch. I guess time was called there.
I don't really know what was going on there, but I mean,
I'd assume time since everybody bailed.
good job, Carpenter, just still throwing the pitch.
Yeah.
Don't hate that at all.
Are you a guy who always throws it when there's time, or
Throw a strike right down the middle. If they start before, if you start and they call time like while your legs mid lift, yeah, throw a strike right down the middle. But I mean, like if you're there set already, you know,
just
it's like it's usually when it's pretty close. Yeah, throw a strike right down the middle. Like let one eat.
The 3-1 in there for a called strike 2, and that'll bring the count full with 2 outs.
Seems like his velo's going up a little bit. I mean, that was
does.
probably one of the firmest pitches we've seen so far.
It's tough to tell from left field, but it seems like he's throwing a pretty heavy ball too, as that one is thrown over to first. Can get on the hitters pretty quickly. The payoff pitch to Burns is fouled away. Nolan, if you're Carpenter here in a situation where you give up 3 in the first but battle out of it and get out of the inning only allowing 3, what's your mindset heading into the second inning?
I mean, honestly, I'm really just saying first inning, all right, there's my warm-up. I mean, I got it all out of me. Now I'm just cruising. Got to hit your spots. Got to have a different pitch mix up. I mean, we can't just be throwing fastballs this whole entire game. I mean, it definitely seems like he came out of the dugout this second inning, throwing firmer, more locked in, and that's what we need to see.
The pitch.
And there it is.
And it's a called strike 3. So Chase Carpenter works his way out of a jam with some help from his center fielder. We'll head to the bottom half of the second. You're watching Game Time Sports' broadcast of the Connie Mack A-Division Championship game. Welcome back. Let me tell you about my friends over at On the Radar Sports, who are helping athletes and families take control of their sports journey. With your free athlete passport, you can manage your recruiting journey, connect to exclusive baseball exposure experiences, track your development and performance metrics, discover showcase opportunities, and much more. Whether you're working towards your next season, your next team, or your dream college opportunity, On the Radar Sports gives you the tools to stay connected, informed, and ready every step of the way. Activate your free athlete passport today at otr-sports.com. That's otr-sports.com. On the Radar Sports. One passport, unlimited possibilities. As we welcome you back, it's the Wissahickon Warriors to bat here in the bottom half of the second inning. Still on the mound for Colonial Select, it's Grant Jennings as that first pitch runs inside on Charlie Jamian.
See if the Warriors can capitalize here off that good second inning. Start swinging the bat.
That one is cut on and missed by Jamian, who is our player to watch tonight for Wissahickon. He had a strong season with the Wissahickon Trojans in the spring, earned a spot on the Bux Mont Carpenter Cup team, and is now taking his talents to the Wissahickon Warriors this summer. The 2-1. Taken upstairs, it's 3-1.
Great leadoff here. I mean, ball 4, that's a base hit right there. Got to get base runners on for the Warriors, though.
That one is driven deep to left field,
Oh,
and that ball is in the trees. Charlie Jamian, touch them all.
Oh,
my goodness.
Lord.
That ball was annihilated.
That ball was going into the woods if it didn't hit that branch. Wow.
My goodness. You can tell why he's on the Carpenter Cup team. Charlie Jamian with a missile. That ball was gone before the left fielder Earl could turn his head. We're taking another look at it here. I'm sure we'll show that one a couple more times today.
How about that trot around the bases?
Good, confident from Charlie Jamian. My goodness. So we take another look at it again. That ball was destroyed. The pitch is in there for a call strike. It's Michael Wagner at the plate, the 5-hole hitter for Wissahickon. He cuts and misses. Another guy who has put a couple out for the Wissahickon Warriors right here at this once-run park. Pitch is low and outside. Nolan, if you're in the dugout for Wissahickon, is that a play that can really bring you back?
Dude, that gave me goosebumps, and I'm out here in left field. I mean, yeah.
I thought we were going to have a play on that ball.
I mean, you can see right now the dugout's way louder. I mean, whole sideline's way louder. It's energy's up, and they know what they got to do right here.
It's a 3-2 count here to Wagner. Jennings pitches. The ball is outside, and Wagner works a walk. So that'll bring up another power threat, Patrick Lunsford. This is a Wissahickon Warriors team that up and down can put the ball over the fence. So we've got a dogfight over here in left field. Jennings throws over to first.
Got to be careful, too, with the lefty on first base.
Nolan, you're a left-handed pitcher. How many times when do you go to your A move there on the pick off the first? How many times do you use that every time, or
I mean,
mix it in?
It really depends. I mean, usually, like, if it's the first base runner I have on, I'll give him a couple fake ones just to make sure he's not going anywhere. And then for the rest of the game, it's mostly A move. I mean, I'm really just trying to catch him, and even if I don't catch him, it's really less likely if I keep picking off that they're going to steal second on me and my catcher.
There's another pickoff over there to first. Lunsford digs in from the right side. Jennings steps off.
Another step off. He's really thinking about him over there.
Do you ever go with a snap throw over to first base, or you almost always kick over?
I'll mix in a couple back steps off and quick flick over just to keep him honest. But
Lunsford, high fly ball to right. It chases the outfielders back and is getting it down. Good base running from Michael Wagner. He's going to be able to get to third, and Lunsford is in sliding with a double.
Great job by Pat Lunsford, really driving that ball out there.
Look out. Here come the Warriors. We'll take another look.
That ball just kept going. I thought it was not as deep as where it went.
The ball's carrying today, that's for sure.
So we've had 3 or 4 balls, like probably 3 to 5 feet away from the fence, and then Pat just went out deep in the center.
It'll bring up Aiden Joria.
I do think we will see a couple more home runs here tonight.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. The ball's been flying today. I don't know there's no wind. I guess there's a little bit of humidity, but it's not even that. It's just a hot summer day. So Aiden Diorio, with nobody out, runners at second and third. A chance to tie it up here for the Warriors. Jude Hume, our player of the game in the last semifinal, looms on deck. The pitch.
Oh, that ball.
It's going to send Earl charging. He'll make the catch. Wagner fakes the tag, and a good job by Montemayor to knock that one down and not allow it to get any further.
Off the bat, I thought it was going way deeper than that, Brandon.
Yeah, it seems like he kind of just got it off the end or the hands. Yeah. We put a good swing on it. And it'll bring up Jude Hume. A speed threat for the Warriors with Kriebel playing back there at third base. I can almost guarantee he's going to put one down the third baseline here.
Jude puts the ball down on the ground, and he's most likely safe at first.
Yeah, they've got no chance to get him. With a runner on third, too, I'd love the move as he takes a called strike, not bunting here. He's been swinging the bat really well for Wissahickon, peppering left and right field with line drives. So, looks like they're going to...
lefty.
Yeah, looks like they're going to try and let him swing it here as a back pick to third base. Not in time. If you let him swing it here and you get a line drive, that will likely score 2. Lunsford was moving pretty good on this double. I wouldn't be surprised if Coach Elliott over there at third lets him go on a ball anywhere except for right at the outfielders. Here's the pitch. It's in the dirt. Good job by Montemayor to keep it in front.
Great block right there.
One out. Runners at second and third. The pitch, it is taken low by Hume. So a hitter's count here for Hume. Looking to do damage with one away. The pitch. Runs inside, ball 4. So the bases are now loaded for the Catholic University linebacker commit, Tommy Morano.
Tommy Morano, please get a hold of one right here. He has the power to do it.
Oh,
It
he
would
does.
be- it
I've
would be
seen
legendary.
I've seen him put the ball right about where we're sitting. It's not as consistent as some of the other bats, but as he fouls one off. If he gets the
He's
pitch
up
he
there
likes,
attacking though.
if they put one low and inside, that ball is going to be in our broadcast booth. Anywhere else, we'll see what he can do with it. But low and inside, it's definitely a spot you want to avoid if you're Colonial Select. The 0-1. Taken upstairs. And, you know, I've known Tommy for a long time. These are the moments that he feeds off of. He loves the excitement of the game. And these tense moments are nothing to him. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He's the extra hitter for Wissahickon, but his opportunity in these types of situations is why they bat 10 rather than 9 and put him in there as the extra hitter. It's the damage he can do in situations like this. But Jennings, a power arm on the other side, looking to deny him the opportunity for some RBIs. The pitch. Inside. It'll bring the count even at 2-2. Morano fouls it off.
Wissahickon's got to capitalize here off these bases loaded. This is what they've been waiting for right here.
This could be a huge turning point in the game either way. If Colonial Select can work their way out of this, that'll swing momentum right back to them. For Wissahickon, if they can tie it up here, that sends momentum to them as Tommy Morano is plunked, and that'll bring in a run.
Warriors way more energetic now than the first inning.
That will bring up number 12, Shane Meisler, the St. Joe's Prep varsity player. Batting here in the 10th spot for Wissahickon. A save. That's one run closer on the Tommy Morano hit by pitch.
Ty runs at third. Let's see if Shane can do here.
The pitch. Inside, almost got him. And a note here, it's Jude Hume at second base. He can fly around the bases. So any ball in the outfield will almost certainly score him, as we're going to have a mound visit here for Colonial Select. We'll see what they decide to do. Likely going to leave Jennings in here and just talk it over. We'll take another look here, Mike, real quick, if you have it, of the Charlie Ajamian home run. Let's take another look. That ball was destroyed. Put that on the radar sports.
Just look at that swing. Oh, my Lord. Got around that ball, pulled it.
Get that in his passport.
Great piece of swinging. Look at the trot. I mean, unbelievable.
Yeah, if you hit a ball that hard,
He started this off, and look where we're at right now.
you can take that kind of trot. Meisler, the 1-0, it's outside. Grant Jennings still on the mound. He's 37 pitches into his outing. He's got a 2-0 count and 1 out with the bases loaded. Working against Shane Meisler. The pitch. Taken outside. So a 3-0 count if he walks him here. Nolan, would you make a move
Over to where?
at pitcher? If he walks him here. The pitch. In there for a called strike.
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, he came out first inning real hot. I mean, he's struggling a little bit with the zone. I mean, if you're Colonial here, you're really hoping that you can get at least probably 3 or 4 innings out of him.
The pitch. Grounded over to third. It's bobbled over there. The flip to second base is in time to get Morano, and he's got to be careful with that slide.
Yeah, I like it. He was going in hot. But
Oh, yeah, he was going in there on a mission. But a good job by Burns to secure the catch for 2 outs. But Wissahickon is able to tie up the game. We'll take another look at that last one if we have it. It'll bring up the top of the order, and Patrick Romano here with 2 away and runners at the corners. We'll see if Meisler takes off for second base. It's not a given that you do it with 2 outs because the catcher can throw down to second base, but Meisler's got some speed. Yeah, that's true. So unless you're going on first move, even then, it's not worth it with 2 outs and the top of your order.
Still risky. I mean, you got a guy on third base. You're really just looking for a base hit here for him to score, get the lead in the game.
Yeah, and Montemayor's going to have to do a good job as a throw to first of keeping the ball in front behind the plate.
That was definitely his B move. We haven't seen his A move really yet.
If the ball gets anywhere away from Montemayor, even to the sides, don't expect Hume not to try it. The pitch. High fly ball. Right field.
Could be trouble.
It's going to be trouble. Will it stay fair? Foul. Yeah, that one was trouble. In no man's land, but it lands foul for Plymouth Whitemarsh. So an 0-1 count here to Romano. He went after the first pitch. Another move over to first. Oh, they got him. In a rundown. Hume's going to score. Jude Hume scores as Meisler is tied out. That looked intentional. The way that they're celebrating, I think that was intentional to get a run. With the speed of Hume, we'll take another look at it. With the speed of Hume, you know if you get into a rundown there, you can easily score him. Because remember, on a tag play, if he crosses the plate before the runner is tagged out, then that is a run. So you see, yeah, Meisler was going on first move.
Honestly, you don't hate it, though.
I love that play.
That gives your number 1 hitter a new inning, no outs, and you're starting basically just from scratch instead of putting him in 2-out position like that. And they score the run, and now they're leading the game. That was a great job by the coaching staff over in Wissahickon right there.
Yeah, and it's a coaching staff that is littered with experience. Obviously, they've been coaching this squad since they were 8 years old, but on the bases, you have 2 former Division I baseball players. So they've definitely seen a lot in this game, and they bring a strategy to play there that helps Wissahickon take the lead. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Game Time Sports' broadcast of the Bux Mont Connie Mack A-Division Championship game. Welcome back. New pitcher on the mound for Wissahickon. It's Charlie Ajamian. He's our player to watch. He's got a 0 ERA this season with a 1,000 whip. So definitely having a good day out there. So that'll bring up Carson Wooldridge. We saw him double in his first at bat. Almost got out of here. The first pitch is in the dirt. The pitch. In foul territory, Lunsford will give chase, but it's going to be out of play. So Woldridge with a 1-1 count.
Wooldridge got to start it off here for Colonial. Their semifinal win.
That ball is grounded over to Wagner. He makes a nice play across the middle and fires a strike to Lunsford to retire Woldridge.
That was a laser over to Pat.
Here's the pitch, and it's in the dirt. That one is fouled away. Jamian kicks and fires the pitch. Taken for a ball. They'll bring the count to 3-1 to Justin Kriebel. That one's taken upstairs. Kriebel grounds it over to third. Diorio up with it. The throw across the diamond will bring Lunsford off the bag, and Kriebel will be safe.
Got to come up charging right there at third base, Brennan.
Yeah, didn't really give himself enough time as we take another look. Just brought Lunsford off the bag. The pitch runs inside at the plate is 8. Pitch, or catching the pickoff attempt, unsuccessful. That one is low, and Jamian continues to struggle to find the zone. He's got one out, but we're going to find his command. The velocity is there so far, but the command just not. The pitch. Grounded over to short, and it will be through. So a base hit the other way for Aiden Jones. And that puts runners at first and second. And we'll bring up the starting pitcher, Grant Jennings. Or Crutchin. It'll bring up the center fielder, Austin Stolzer. So Stolzer digs in from the left side. He walked in his first at-bat. Jamian steps off. The pitch. Inside. That one is grounded sharply and through the hole on the left side.
We have a play at home right
Grounding third, Kriebel. The throw to the plate.
He got him. Oh,
It got through.
Ball.
It got through. So a run scores for Colonial Select on the base hit from Austin Stolzer.
Great throw by right fielder Shane Meisler there. I mean, I really thought the catcher came down with it.
So Austin Stolzer ties it up for Colonial Select. That will prompt a, oh, maybe not a visit. Maybe they're just changing out the baseball. From the windup, the pitch.
Wow.
Oh, it's knocked down at
play.
second base. But the only chance Carpenter has to throw to first. Lunsford wasn't ready for it. And that's going to allow 2 runs to score. So a wild sequence there results in 2 runs for Colonial Select. We take another look. Carpenter did a nice job as that one was hit on the nose to knock it down in the infield. Realized he didn't have enough time. Lunsford was expecting him still to throw home. He wasn't ready to receive the ball over there at first, allowing 2 runs to score. That's one there as a second baseman. Maybe you got to take the extra second to look there. If that ball's hit so hard, you have time. Make sure your first baseman's ready for it.
But honestly, I would have thought Pat was going to be at first right there. I mean, he was just a couple feet away. I think he just didn't know where the base was.
Yeah. It's tough when you're playing in a position you're not normally with the infield drawn in like that.
Yeah, hard slip up, but I mean, they're good. I think they'll battle back, but I mean, Colonial's putting the ball in play, and that's all you really need to do in a championship game. Eliminate the strikeouts and just make contact and see what happens, and that's what they're doing right now.
Yeah, make that other team make the plays. So runner on first base here for Colonial Select as Austin Earl digs in from the right side. The pitch. It's taken inside. Nolan, we promoted this game as a potential game of the year, and if things continue the way they have been offensively for both teams, we may be getting that today.
I think we're going to have a good battle here at Wentz tonight.
The pitch fouled away.
2 pretty elite teams, and I know that Whitpain has some more pitching up their sleeve, and I definitely know Colonial has some guys that are, I think, even pushing probably to the low 80s right now, and I won't be surprised if we see them come out later in the game.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if we see Aiden Jones again. I'm not sure how many pitches he threw against Penridge, but he was looking good.
Aiden Jones against Penridge probably had the best velocity I've seen so far yet. I mean, he's definitely up there in the low 8s, and I know Shane Meisler, I think he's pretty close to around 80-ish.
Runner goes to throw down the second base, not in time.
And I mean, if you bring in some of those harder throwing arms in these later innings, I think we're gonna have a really good game here.
Yeah, this is probably for Wissahickon, and Jamin is probably the hardest thrower, him or Meisler. I'd imagine that Meisler is next for Wissahickon. The pitch fouled away. Oh, that takes out our umpire.
Took his mask off.
Sheesh. Romano will walk out and talk to his pitcher.
Seems like the ump got hit pretty hard there. I mean,
yeah,
took a solid minute off.
That could not have felt good. So still at the plate is Austin Earl. He's got a 1-2 count here in the top half of the third. Charlie Ajamian on the mound. He's thrown 18 pitches so far. The pitch. Ground ball. Carpenter. Over to Lunsford, and they will get the out. So that's 2 outs, but it does move the runner Jennings over to third. So a job successful. Or a successful sacrifice, rather, for Austin Earl. And we'll bring up the catcher, Sam Montemayor. Jamin kicks and fires the pitch. In there for a called strike. That one is low. So it'll bring the count even at 1-1. That pitch in there for strike 2 from Ajamian. The sun beating down on Harley Field here at Once Run Park for the Bux Mont Connie Mack A Division Championship game between the number 1 seeded Wissahickon Warriors and the number 3 seed Plymouth Whitemarsh Colonial Select. PW, the reigning champions here in the A Division. The pitch.
Great pitch.
Cut on and missed. Romana will throw down the first to complete the strikeout. And it's Wissahickon getting out of the jam, but not before Colonial Select scores 3 to take the lead right back. We'll head to the bottom of the third. Wissahickon looking to respond. Welcome back. Back to the top of the order for Wissahickon as Patrick Romano leads it off. The first pitch he sees is over for a strike. So an 0-1 count here as a new pitcher on the mound for Colonial Select. It's number 10, Austin Stolzer. We saw him come in relief against Chestnut Hill back in the regular season. The pitch. Fly ball. Chases back the third baseman, Kriebel, and he will make the catch in foul territory. So that'll bring up the two-hitter Kerwin Elliott, who's batting over 500 this season for the Warriors. He spent the spring captaining the Penn Charter baseball team and will go to Georgetown University next year. So that one is fouled away. He's a very young incoming college freshman, which makes him eligible for this league. He's about a year and a half younger than everybody else in his grade. That one is taken low. The pitch. Swung on and missed. Bring the count to 1-2. The pitch. Chopper. Left of the mound.
PFP.
Stolzer runs over. The flip to first.
Does not flip it. Takes it himself.
Took it himself. Good play there by Austin Stolzer. Figured the fastest way to get it there was to just run it himself. The pitch. I believe that was called a ball. Carpenter lost it out to the right side of the infield. Woldridge is over, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for Wissahickon, and a good first inning on the mound for Austin Stolzer. We'll head to the top of the 4th. It's Colonial Select 6, Wissahickon 4. You're watching Bux Mont Connie Mack A-Division Baseball live on Game Time Sports.
And there is a first pitch.
Yeah, that's good.
Called strike, I'm pretty sure. And here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss. It is 0-2 for Wissahickon.
That's Zach Pasternak at the plate for Colonial Select. The J-Man's pitch in the dirt. They'll bring it to 1-2. The pitch caught on and missed upstairs, and Pasternak is down on strikes.
Great job elevating that fastball. Hitter couldn't have done anything with it, and there's a strikeout for Wissahickon.
That'll bring up Connor Logan, who lined out to center, I believe, in his last at-bat. Yeah, that was a diving play from Kerwin Elliott his last time up. Substitution, though, maybe. We'll see. Oh, yeah, substitution for Plymouth Whitemarsh. Now entering the game in the place of Connor Logan is Parker Starachi. The first pitch Starachi sees is in there for a strike. So similar to how Carpenter's inning went, it seems like a Jamie is starting to settle in. There's a bunt from Starachi. A Jamian. Off balance throw to first. Did he get him? Not in time.
Wow. I thought it was pretty close.
We'll take another look. A very athletic play off the mound by Charlie Ajamian to even have a chance at that one. Take another look. Good bunt from Starace.
Great throw.
Oh. That's close.
I think Pat thought he was out.
I don't know. That was close. I don't even know what I would have called that. I probably would have called out, but I don't know. Bang bang play like that. If I don't know definitively, I usually lean towards out. So Evan Burns is back at the plate for Colonial Select. He's the top of the order. The pitch. Taking low, good pick by Romano. The pitch. Runner goes. High chopper to Wagner. His throw on the run. Can't be dug out by Lunsford. Starace's running back to first base. The throw to second. He's out. What in the world just happened?
I think he might have thought it was a...
Did they deke him? Hey, let's take another look. What in the world?
The hop is ridiculous.
Maybe I think he probably did think that was a pop-up. Because, look, he was standing he was right in front of second base. I think that he thought that was a pop-up. Because he was, like, watching him catch it.
Yeah.
And then he saw him throw it back to first, and he had kind of given up. And, like, been like, all right, I'm out. And then he saw the ball get away, and he took off.
Very bizarre play right there.
Wild sequence for Wissahickon to get the force out at second. The good old 6-3-4 put out at second base. You know, you see that one every day. The pitch. Taken for a ball. In Starace's defense, it hit the ground. He was stealing, so it hit the ground pretty quickly, and it definitely looked like a pop-up going to Wagner.
That hop was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was wild. That whole play was something else. So it's a 2-0 to Woldridge. It's taken for a ball. Burns deked the steal there, but put on the brakes. Pick off over to first, nothing doing. The pitch. Taken upstairs.
The runner on first base almost likes to do like kind of a fake steal every time.
Yeah, he's done it a lot.
Always does that, or...
There's 2 outs, and a Jamian with a 3-1 count. His pitch taken low, ball 4 by Carson Woldridge. It'll bring up Justin Kriebel. So Jamian kicks and fires. The pitch, it's taken outside. The pitch, foul ball. So 1-1 count here.
Wissahickon cannot
Justin
let these 2 runners they cannot afford to let these 2 runners score here. Already down 2.
The pitch. Line drive in the right field. That one's going to get down and get towards the wall. Meisler will cut it off. It's going to score at least 1. Woldridge rounds third. He's heading to home. The ball's mishandled in the infield. The throw to the plate. They got him!
Wow, what a play.
They will concede a run, but Wissahickon gets out of the inning after the The throw to home went Rye. Charlie Ajamian went over and picked it up and shoveled it to Romano to get the out. We'll take another look.
It almost cost them not hitting their cutoff right there, but good job by the pitcher.
Oh, what an athletic tag by Romano to just get him on the thigh before he crossed home plate. We will head to the bottom half of the fourth after a quick word from On the Radar Sports. On the Radar Sports, helping athletes and families take control of their sports journey. With your free athlete passport, you can manage your recruiting journey, connect to exclusive baseball exposure experiences, track your development and performance metrics, discover showcase opportunities, and much more. Whether you're working towards your next season, your next team, or your dream college opportunity, On the Radar Sports gives you the tools to stay connected and stay ready every step of the way. Activate your free athlete passport today at otr-sports.com. That's otr-sports.com. On the Radar Sports, one passport, unlimited opportunities. We'll be right back here on Game Time Sports. You're watching the Bux Mont Connie Mack A Division Championship game. Welcome back. The first pitch here from Stolzer is taken for a ball. Here's 1-0. Grounded over to short. Woldridge lets that one go through his legs. The short-handed shortstop couldn't get that one. Maybe took a tough hop on him, but
Got to start off here hot, get 2 runs, hopefully get the lead.
we'll take another look at it. Looked like maybe he was expecting it to bounce and it hit that lip and just stayed on the ground the whole time. We'll see it again. Yeah, I don't know. Just misplayed that one a little bit. Didn't have his feet set below him. This is a pickoff over to first.
I mean, Flato, me and you can both say that this field is by no means one of the nicest fields we've played on. There are a good amount of bumps.
You'll get some hops.
Holes in that infield.
You'll get some hops for sure. Michael Wagner at the plate. The pitch. Fly ball. Right field. Starachi makes the play, and Jamie will head back to first. It's a good play there by Parker Starachi. That ball was tailing away from him a little bit.
And that sun. It's brutal out there in right field around this time.
It's awful. So that'll bring up Patrick Lunsford with a Jamian over there at first. Pick off the first. Diving back in safely is a Jamian.
Really good, quick pickoff move right there.
Another move over to first. This is the Colonial Select team that is going to throw a lot of pickoffs. They've told us in interviews that that is a strategy that they use. We've seen it actually less than normal tonight, if you can believe that. The pitch. In there for a strike. Runner goes. It's a delayed steal from a Jamian, and he's in there. Saw the slide step from Stolzer and then a delayed steal from a Jamian. Puts him in scoring position with 1 man out and Patrick Lunsford at the plate. We'll see it again. You kind of see the double clutch there from Montemayor. Well, you couldn't see the delayed steal. That's a sign that there was one.
Let's see what Pat Lunsford can do here.
He can drive the ball to all parts of the field. We've seen him hit a couple bombs to right. The pitch. Up and in, chin music. He gets away from Montemayor, but not far enough for a Jamian to think about going to third.
And folks, we have some
deer.
Some fawns out in center field right now, scaring some of the walkers.
The pitch. It's low. It skips away from Montemayor. There's going to be a play at third, and the throw. Got him!
Wow. What a throw.
The only
by the
chance
catcher.
Montemayor had to get him out was a perfect throw on the bag, and that's what he delivered. We'll take another look.
Great job by Montemayor getting up real quick and throwing an absolute dot to
And
the
a good
third
pick over
baseman.
there by Kriebel. That's tough with the runner sliding into you to make that pick, and that's a killer for Wissahickon as that pitch is upstairs to make the count 3-1. Or they call that a strike. Never mind. 2-2. The pitch. Popped up on the infield. Or, correction, in the outfield. It's going to be Earl on a slide, and he made the play. A great catch there from Austin Earl to retire the side.
I think he might have even did a little in between the legs there.
I
when
think
he
after,
came
I
up.
think he did. We'll take another look at it. It's Wissahickon trailing 7-4 to Colonial Select here in the Bux Mont Connie Mack A-Division Championship game. We'll be right back with more. Welcome back. Brendan Flato and Nolan McShane here at Wentz Run Park for the Bux Mont Connie Mack A-Division Championship game between the number 1 seeded Wissahickon Warriors and the number 3 seeded Colonial Select as that pitch from a Jamian runs high. Here's the pitch.
Great off-speed pitch right there.
In there for a called strike. That's the 41st pitch for a Jamian. That one is grounded sharply and past Lunsford for a base hit. The almost certainly sure defender over there at first base for the Warriors has had his troubles today. That'll bring up Aiden Jones. Or correction, that was Aiden Jones who just reached. That'll bring up Grant Jennings, who got the start on the mound for Colonial Select. The pitch from a Jamian. In there for a called strike.
Jamian is pumping right now. Fastball looks real good.
We'll see if he can get it past some of these Colonial Select hitters who have been on it for the most part today. The pitch. In there for a called strike 2. Great spot. The pitch.
There it is.
Fouled into the glove, and it's a strike 3.
He
So good
really
strike
found
out
the
there.
curveball right there. I mean, threw it twice for strikes right there and surrendered the batter.
Correct. And that was Stolzer up at the plate there. Grant Jennings will now dig in from the left side. So 3 lefties in a row for Colonial Select. Confused me a little bit on who was who. So pick off over to first. Here's the pitch. Taken upstairs. The Jamian kicks and fires. The pitch is upstairs. The 2-0. Upstairs again. 3-0.
Gotta find the strike zone here. Cannot give up any walks.
Yeah, the free passes will kill you, especially in this close of a game. Here's the pitch. Taken upstairs, and it's a 4-pitch walk. So that will put runners at first and second base here for Colonial Select. We'll bring up Austin Earl. The pitch. Upstairs.
Gotta work downhill on that mound.
And here's the mound visit. I was about to ask you, Nolan, when do you go out for a mound visit? But here it is.
It's probably right now, right after that walk, you're really just talking to your pitcher about throwing strikes, getting weak contact, and getting out of this inning, getting your batters back in the batter's box.
Here's the pitch from a Jamie, and it's fouled off by Austin Earl to bring the count to 1-1. It's now a 1-1 count here. Jamian delivers. That one's in there for a strike of the knees. The pitch.
Oof.
Breaking ball low.
Great spot, though. We want to live there for the rest of this inning.
And a
Rest of
good
the
hold
game.
by Earl.
Yeah. Great job by the middle infield as well, working in and out, trying to keep that base runner honest.
The pitch. Fouled away. The Jamian delivers, and that one's upstairs. So 3-2 here with one down. It's Jones and Jennings at second and first. The pitch from a Jamian is cut on and missed, strike 3, and a big strikeout there for the Wissahickon pitcher. So that'll bring up the catcher, Sam Montemayor. The first pitch he sees of this at bat, he cuts on and misses. The pitch taken upstairs. As the wind picks up here at Wentz Run Park.
It's blowing out.
The pitch. In there for a called strike. So that'll bring the count to 1-2 with 2 outs and runners at first and second. A huge turning point here in this game potentially. As for Wissahickon, if they can get out of this, it keeps them in arm's length. If they allow another run here, that could put this game in a much more difficult situation. It's a breaking ball in there at the knees for a called strike 3.
Great job after that mound visit to get back on track and shut down their next 2 batters. I mean, great job by Jamian.
We will take a quick break. You're watching the Bux Mont Connie Mack A Division Championship game, live only on Game Time Sports. Welcome back. Brennan Flato and Nolan McShane bringing you tonight's action. Here from Wentz Run Park, it's the Bux Mont Connie Mack A Division Championship game as Aiden DiOrio takes strike 1. Or correction, that was called a ball. So the 1-0. That one's in there for a strike to even up the count at 1-1. The pitch. Fouled away. Good play over there by Coach Elliott.
Not
a great throw. Not a great throw. Almost took out the ankles of Stoles are out there on the mound.
He's getting chirped by the fans. I heard somebody said nobody saw. You're good.
Here's the pitch. Grounded over to third. A good play there by Kriebel. He'll fire across the diamond, and a great pick over at first by Pasternak to retire Diorio. Those are championship plays right there, Nolan. Making the routine ones look routine.
Great job staying down on that ball and throwing it over, keeping it low, and letting your first baseman do some work for you.
That'll bring up Jude Hume, the speedy lefty. You see Kriebel all the way in on the grass there, taking away any chance of a bunt for a hit here from Hume. So it counts 0-1 after the foul ball. The pitch. Grounded over to short. Woldridge up with it. His throw to first is in time to get Hume. And quickly 2 outs here for Colonial Select. That'll bring up Tommy Morano here in the bottom of the 5th. See if he can't run in the one here. The pitch. Taken inside.
Tommy's got to find something to drive here, something inside in the zone, and just really pull one.
That pitch is taken low. The pitch. Grounded over to third and foul. Coach Elliott does not make a play on this one. We'll let it roll by. So a 2-1 count here for Morano. He is 0 for 0 on the day after being hit by the pitch in his first at-bat. That one runs in, almost got him again. Here's the pitch. Morano swings and misses to even up to bring the count full. The pitch. Ground ball, third base, and it's past the diving Kriebel and over the bag. So Morano keeps the inning alive with a single, and that will bring up Shane Meisler. We'll take another look at that. Was just barely able to keep it fair, but hit hard enough to get it past the dive of Kriebel. And in the left field.
Tommy Morano getting pinch run for. See if Shane Meisler can do something here to help out the team and get closer to a victory.
That's Kellen McGoldrick out there pinch running for Wissahickon. Pick off over to first, and McGoldrick is back with a slide. Or catch on a dive. The pitch. Ground ball, back of the middle. Woldridge flips to second, and he goes the easy way to retire the side. One man reaches on the Tommy Morano single, but that's all Wissahickon can do in the bottom half of the 5th. We'll take a quick break, but before we do, let me tell you about On the Radar Sports, who's helping athletes and families take control of their sports journey. With your free athlete passport, you can manage your recruiting journey, connect to exclusive baseball exposure experiences, track your development and performance metrics, discover showcase opportunities, and much more. Whether you're working towards your next season, your next team, or your dream college opportunity, On the Radar Sports gives you the tools to stay connected, informed, and ready every step of the way. Activate your free athlete passport today at otr-sports.com. That's otr-sports.com. On the Radar Sports. One passport, unlimited possibilities. We'll take a quick break and be right back. You're watching the Bux Mont Connie Mack A-Division Championship game live on Game Time Sports. Welcome back to Game Time Sports. We have a Merino Surfwear pitching change for you. Check out Merino Surfwear, the sustainable surfwear brand that's making waves in eco-friendly fashion. Merino isn't just surfwear, it's a commitment to the planet. They use recycled materials and sustainable practices in everything they do so you can look good and feel great about it. With designs changing every season and holiday, there's always something new to enhance your style. Whether you're catching waves or just soaking up the sun, Merino has the right look for you. View their latest seasonal and holiday designs at merinosurf.com and use code GAMETIME at checkout for 5% off. Merino, stylish, sustainable, and perfect for your next adventure. So on the mound now for Wissahickon is Shane Meisler. First pitch he delivers is up high. He pitches for the St. Joe's Prep varsity team in the spring in the Catholic League. His 1-0 is up high again. Nolan, you talked about him a little bit earlier. He's around 80 miles per hour on the fastball.
Yep, changes his arm slot a lot. Definitely mixes up some of the hitters, but I mean, for right now, he's got to work on strikes.
Yeah, quickly it's a 3-0
3-0 right
count.
now, and this is not what you want to see as you bring out your new pitcher.
Yeah, another reserve in for Colonial Select. It's Olzik, who will bat from the right side. The pitch upstairs, and it's a 4-pitch walk for Olzik. So that'll bring up Parker Storaci, who took over in right field. He's 1 for 1 today, as we have a pinch runner here. I believe, we'll see who it is, but I believe that's Pasternak re-entering. So that first pitch is taken for a ball, I believe. Yeah, it is Pasternak re-entering over there at first. So a 1-0 count as Meisler delivers his 6th straight ball.
Catcher should go out and talk to him right now.
Yeah, got to settle him back in. This is no messing around time for Wissahickon as they're down 3 in the 6th. The pitch. Inside.
Got to go talk to him.
So 3-0. You have to at least get one over here. Avoid the walk, as I think that's going to be a balk. They didn't call it, so Meisler gets away with one there.
Got to lock it in right here.
Started towards home, then throw over to first. Here's his pitch.
There it is.
In there for a call of strike, and a good sign from Meisler, but you got to duplicate that now.
Yep.
The 3-1. Foul it away, 3-2, so a good comeback there for Meisler.
See if he can capitalize here.
And this is a massive at-bat here for both sides, as for Storaci, trying to get the lineup back over to the top with 2 runners on and nobody out for Wissahickon. You're trying to at least get one before you get there. Storaci pops it up on the infield. Lunsford calls for it. And he'll step back and make the catch to retire Storaci. That'll bring us back to the top of the lineup and Evan Burns. So a big out there for Meisler. You want to make sure you get at least one before returning to this very dangerous Plymouth Whitemarsh top of the order. It's the second baseman, Evan Burns. The pitch from Meisler.
Great off-speed pitch, just a little down.
Yeah, just taken below the knees. Could have gone either way on that one. Here's the pitch. Burns. High fly ball. Deep right field. Elliott giving chase. He's not going to get there. Pasternak rounds second. He's rounding third. They're going to cut it and throw it to third. The play at third is mishandled. And Plymouth Whitemarsh, on the RBI triple from Evan Burns, takes an 8-4 lead in the championship game.
Can we talk about Mikey Wagner's throw, though? Oh, my Lord.
We'll see it again.
Absolute laser to third base.
Elliott with a good throw to get it to Wagner. And he threw a dart, but Diorio tried to apply the tag before he could catch it. Or Crutchin, that That was a Jamian. Mikey Wagner's over at third. That was a Jamian with the cutoff.
Oh, Jamian with the cutoff. My fault. Apologies.
Still an absolute dart. But yeah, mishandled over there by Wagner. Tried to tag too soon. And that'll prompt a mound visit here from the entire infield of Wissahickon as they try and just settle things down here in the championship game. So we take another look. A great piece of hitting by Burns. Almost got it out of here. Going to the deepest part of the park. And good also by Elliott. He made a strong throw to a Jamian who, as Nolan mentioned, just threw an absolute cannon the third. Wagner couldn't get the tag down in time. And it's starting to slip away from Wissahickon here in the sixth. So with Burns at third, it's Carson Woolridge. The guy who has hit a couple ones deep out to the outfield, including a sacrifice fly tonight, so if he can get another one of those, could add to this Plymouth Whitemarsh lead. The pitch, taken low. Romano has to be a wall back there for Wissahickon. Can't afford to give away a free pass to home. The pitch. That ball is tailing and foul. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, right side. And it's past the diving Chase Carpenter. It'll bring in Burns, and it's an RBI single for Carson Woolridge.
Kid has been stellar throughout this playoffs so far. I mean, definitely one of the leaders in that dugout.
And he's just a freshman over there at Plymouth Whitemarsh. So a big career ahead for him. That'll bring up Justin Kriebel. He's 3 for 3 on the day. So definitely going to be a tough out here for Meisler. The pitch. Taken outside. The pitch. It's low. So a 2-0 count here now to Kriebel. Pick off the first. Easy for the diving Woolridge. Ground ball, third base, Wagner. Bobbles it, keeps it in front, fires over to Lunsford, and it brings him off the bag. Great base running from Woolridge, though, as that ball was mishandled over there by Lunsford to keep running. He never stopped as he rounded second base and is over to third easily. We saw him score a huge go-ahead run in extra innings against Penridge on Thursday by doing just that. Picking up his coach, never slowing down, and taking the extra bases. And that'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Aiden Jones. The pitch, taken upstairs. A defensive indifference here allows Kriebel to advance to second base. The pitch.
Great block.
It's in the dirt and stopped well by Romano. Line drive, and it's going to get down in center field. One run is in. Kriebel rounds. Elliott's throw will go in the home, and Kriebel will head back to third base. So another run across here for Colonial Select as they extend their lead to 10-4. Just an explosion of offense this inning. And Wissahickon just can't find the answer. Just a gritty performance today from this Colonial Select squad.
They just cannot stop putting the bat to the ball.
It seemed like the momentum was shifting after that bottom of the second inning where Charlie had Jamie and put one in the trees. And then they were able to score the 4th run on Jude Hume stealing home. But since then, it's been a stalemate for Wissahickon. The pitch. Ground ball, right side, Lunsford bodies it. He'll tag first. Kriebel will hold it third. So great job there by the first baseman of the Warriors. That ball was hit very sharply, and he dropped down like a catcher to block it as we take another look. That ball was hit on the screws, and a good job by Lunsford to knock it down, look at his runner, realize he wasn't going, and tag first to get a much-needed out for Wissahickon. That'll be the second of the inning, as that pitch is outside to Grant Jennings. That was Austin Stolzer who just grounded out as Jennings sends it deep to right center field. Going back, Elliott, and that one is going to bounce up and over the wall for a ground rule double. Grant Jennings raises the roof and gives Plymouth Whitemarsh Colonial Select a 12-4 lead. Man, they are just peppering the outfield fence today, Nolan.
Yeah, that ball dead center, and center field here is pretty deep. That ball was launched.
That'll bring up Austin Earl. With 2 away in the top half of the 6th, it'll prompt a mound visit here from Coach Lunsford. We'll see if he makes a move. Good piece of hitting. So Earl will step in from the right side. Here in a 12-4 ball game. So he takes outside the Bux Mont Connie Mack A Division Championship game. Here at Wentz Run Park in Pigeontown, Pennsylvania. The pitch. It's in there for a strike. We see Meisler drop down to the sidearm angle there.
Yep.
He'll change his arm angles throughout the inning. It's the first time we've seen him go that low, though. The pitch. Breaking ball outside. The pitch in there for a called strike. The pitch. Good stop by Romano as that one skips in outside. That one's low, and it's going to be a full count walk to Austin Earl.
Not looking good for Wissahickon right here.
It is certainly not. It'll bring up Sam Montemare. Earl was 0 for 3 up until that point, and now starting to the plate, Montemare. He is also 0 for 3 today, so he's looking to change that right here. With runners at first and second. It's Jennings at second, Earl at first. The pitch. In there for a called strike. The pitch, runner goes. It's a good block from Romano, but he's not able to pick it and throw down the third, so an easy double steal there for Colonial Select. It advances Jennings to third and Earl to second. Montemare now with a 1-1 count. The pitch. In there for a called strike. So the count now 1-2 with Shane Meisler on the mound for Wissahickon. The pitch to Montemare. Just missed.
I do not know where that missed, though, Brennan. Oh, my Lord.
Must have
That
been
pitch
outside.
looked like it was right down the middle.
Must have missed outside. The pitch. Fouled away. Good fight here by Montemayor. So he's got the count even at 2-2. The pitch. Taken low, 3-2 now. Good patience here by Montemayor. As for Wissahickon, they need to get out of this inning quickly. The 3-2. Ground ball. Carpenter ranges to his left very nicely and makes the throw on the run to retire the side. But not before Colonial Select explodes offensively to bring their lead to 12-4. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Let's see if Wissahickon can respond. You're watching the Bux Mont Connie Mack A-Division Championship game live on Game Time Sports. Welcome back. Brennan Flato and Nolan McShane with you here as we enter the bottom half of the 6th inning. It'll be back to the top of the order and Patrick Romano for Wissahickon. If they're going to mount a comeback, it has to start here, Nolan.
Yep. Got to just start picking away. I mean, they better be not swinging until they get a strike and just trying to get on base any way they can.
First pitch is taken for a ball by Romano. In what's turned into a very beautiful summer evening here at Wentz Run Park, Romano sends back the center fielder Earl. He'll get under it and make the play to get the first out for Colonial Select. Good concentration there by the center fielder to make that catch as Romano put a drive into it, but it ended up just being a can of corn. The pitch to Elliott is in there for a strike. Kerwin is 0 for 2 today with a sacrifice. The pitch lined out in the left field, but it's going to be easy work for Jennings to drop back and make the catch, but Elliott put a charge into that one. It'll bring up Chase Carpenter. He got a hold of that one out to left, but right at Jennings, who casually drops back to make the catch. The pitch to Carpenter is skied out to left. Grant Jennings is under it, and another can of corn to retire the side for Colonial Select. We'll head to the 7th. It's Colonial Select 12, Wissahickon 4. You're watching the Bux Mont Connie Mack A-Division Championship game live on Game Time Sports. Welcome back. Shane Meisler still out there on the mound for Wissahickon. So first pitch to Pasternak is in there for a strike. Pasternak is 1 for 2 today, and he bats here with a 12-4 lead. The pitch is lined back up the middle and in for a base hit for Zach Pasternak. So a good way to start the 7th if you're Colonial Select. And that'll bring up Connor Logan. Meisler kicks and fires the pitch outside. That pitch outside, but diving is Patrick Romano to make the stop.
Commentating? Some film?
Here's the pitch from Meisler. It is hit sharply to Diorio, who picks it to second for 1. On the first base, it's a double play.
Great play.
What a play by Aiden Diorio. So we take another look. What a pick. They call it the hot corner for a reason. And great work by our cameraman, Connor Lauerman, as well. So that pitch is in there for a strike. That could be the twin killer that Wissahickon needed to turn the momentum. It's going to be a tall task to climb back into this one offensively, but it's a good stepping stone as that pitch is in there for strike 2. Time called here by the leadoff man, Evan Burns. He tripled in his last at-bat. Scored 2 runs for Colonial Select. The pitch from Meisler is grounded over to Carpenter. He's up with it. Burns flying down the line. Can't get there in time, and Carpenter retires him there. And that will send us to the bottom half of the 7th. Does Wissahickon have a comeback in store? You'll have to wait and see. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Game Time Sports' broadcast of the Bux Mont Connie Mack A-Division Championship game. Welcome back. On the Radar Sports, helping athletes and families take control of their sports journey. With your free athlete passport, you can manage your recruiting journey, connect to exclusive baseball exposure experiences, track your development and performance metrics, discover showcase opportunities, and much more. Whether you're working towards your next season, your next team, or your dream college opportunity, On the Radar Sports gives you the tools to stay connected, informed, and ready every step of the way. Activate your free athlete passport today at otr-sports.com. That's otr-sports.com. On the Radar Sports. One passport, unlimited possibilities. And as we welcome you back in here for the bottom half of the 7th, it's Wissahickon trying to mount an 8-run comeback. They've got 3 outs to work with, and leading it off is Charlie Ajamian. Nolan, if you're these Wissahickon hitters, what's your mindset?
Take until you get a strike. Base runners. That's all you can really do right here.
So leading it off, Charlie Ajamian, he hit a mammoth home run in his first at-bat as he fouls that one straight back. Did not take the first pitch. Instead, took a pretty healthy hack at it. So, clearly not trying to be conservative with his at-bat. So here's the 0-1. Fouled away again, and quickly 0-2. As Aiden Jones is now on the mound, he closed out the extra inning win the other night for Colonial Select. He's now here to try and close out the championship game. Remember to stay tuned after the game for the On the Radar Sports post-game report, the trophy presentation, and our player of the game interview along with our interview with the winning head coach as Jamie fouls another one back. So Jamie down 0-2. The fourth pitch from Jones. Ground ball. And that one will get past the diving Woldridge and in the left field for a base hit. So a good start there from the leadoff man for Wissahickon.
That's how you want to start it off.
So a good start to the inning. It'll bring up Michael Wagner. You see it just get past the outstretched glove of Woldridge over there at shortstop and bring up Michael Wagner. The first pitch he sees, he cuts on and misses. So not taking a lot of pitches here are the Warriors. They're going up there and getting their ace swings off early in counts. Not sure I agree with that strategy, but if it works for them, go for it. The pitch is low. It'll bring the count to 1-1. Pick off to first, not in time. This is a Colonial Select team that believes they can play with anybody, even being one of the younger teams in this age group. And they've proven that again and again this season, and especially here in the semifinals and championship games, going up against the two top teams, two older teams in this age group. Teams that have a lot of guys who have played in this division before, and they've just asserted their dominance. The pitch. Taken by Emmett Gallagher. So it is a pinch hitter here. It's not Wagner. It's Emmett Gallagher batting in place of Wagner. The 2-2. Breaking ball upstairs, just missed. So a full count here to Gallagher. As dusk falls over Wentz Run Park, Gallagher cuts on and misses it, and that's out number 1 for Colonial Select. It'll bring up Pat Lunsford, and Colonial Select is 2 outs away from a Bux Mont Connie Mack A-Division championship for the second straight year, Nolan.
It's pretty crazy. I mean, there's obviously a reason why this group is pretty special. I mean, they can hit, they can pitch, they can field. I'm excited to see what they can do the next couple of years as well.
Yeah,
Hopefully they stay together as well.
It's almost a completely different roster, too, for Colonial Select since last season. A lot of those guys are playing elsewhere, preparing for their college careers. It's now a completely new wave of Colonial Select, led by head coach Woldridge. He's got quite the roster here. So that pitch is in there for a strike. It'll even up the count at 1-1 to Patrick Lunsford. This Wissahickon team playing in their final game as a team. It's been virtually the same squad since they were 8 years old. Today is the final game no matter what, the pitch in the dirt. For Colonial Select, win or lose, they will move on to the state tournament as the number 1 seed out of the Bux Mont Connie Mack A Division. Wissahickon will not be playing in the state tournament, as that one is up and in on Lunsford. It is 16U for the state tournament, and they are a 17U squad, so makes them ineligible. 3-1 to Lunsford, the pitch. Popped up over his Pasternak. He'll give it a look, but that one's going to get out of play and foul. A great crowd on hand here at Wentz Run Park. Fans completely lining both foul lines, and a few back there behind the dugout as Lunsford sends a high fly ball to deep right center field. Over is the right fielder. He'll make the play. And 2 outs here, as that's Connor Logan out there in right field. And 2 outs quickly for Colonial Select. They are 1 out away from a championship. It'll bring up Aiden DiOrio, the last hope for Wissahickon. The pitch, up and in on DiOrio. Remember to stay tuned after the game for the trophy presentation, our On the Radar Sports post-game report, and our interviews with the On the Radar Sports player of the game, and our interview with the winning team's head coach, which as of now looks like it's going to be Coach Woldridge. So that one's over for a strike to even up the count at 1-1. To Aiden DiOrio. The pitch. Just misses low. The 2-1. Upstairs, 3-1. So Wissahickon trying to extend this game one more batter. Looking to pass the bat. On deck is Jude Hume. Pick off the first. Jamian is back. The pitch. Oh, it goes in fair on the check swing. The throw to first base. And that is the final out of the Bux Mont Connie Mack championship game. They say legends are made in October, but in Connie Mack, they're made in July. And it's a legendary run for the Colonial Select team that has just claimed their second straight Bux Mont Connie Mack A-Division championship in convincing fashion. The two teams will shake hands. We'll have the On the Radar Sports post-game report for you in just a moment. But Nolan, some final thoughts on that one.
Colonial, I mean, they really came into Wentz Park ready to play, and they showed it. I mean, lots of hits. Pitchers were phenomenal. Fielding was great. And I think Wissahickon, I think they kind of just got shocked, I'll be honest. I don't think they came into this game with the energy and the effort that they really needed.
Yeah, and you heard the dugout for Colonial Select. Hype all game. They came out and put up 3 quickly with a lot of extra base hits and a lot of great base running there in the top of the first. And while Wissahickon came back and took the lead in the second, you knew that Colonial offense wasn't done there. And unfortunately for Wissahickon, that second inning was all that they had in the tank offensively. So we will have the trophy presentation down on the field momentarily. We'll take a quick break and be right back. We'll have our interviews and more post-game coverage here from the Bux Mont Connie Mack A-Division Championship game right after this. Keep it here. Keep it right here on Game Time Sports. We'll have the trophy ceremony momentarily presented by Connie Mack Commissioner Lewis Cohen. So make sure you stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Game Time Sports. Medals are being presented here to the Wissahickon Warriors, also known as the Whitpain Warriors. This is a team that's been mostly the same since they were 8 years old. Now in 17U, they've seen their time as Warriors come to an end. But a great over decade-long run for this squad. They'll definitely be able to look back on a lot of memories from the past seasons. And this season, as they marched through the regular season as the #1 seed, made it in here to the playoffs, and eventually would fall short to a very strong Colonial Select team, but nothing to hang your hats on. It was a great season for them. And you see Coach Rich Lunsford, been the head coach since they were 8. As he presents the medal to his son Patrick. And there's Corwin Elliott, the last to receive his medal here for the Whitpain Warriors. As now we will turn our attention to the Colonial Select team, the 2026 Bux Mont Connie Mack A Division champion, as the trophy is presented to Coach Rich Lunsford. The Bux Mont Connie Mack A Division champion Colonial Select, comprised of almost all players going to Plymouth Whitemarsh High School, or at Plymouth Whitemarsh High School, I should say. They will receive their medals, as well as the championship trophy. Evan Burns, the first to receive his medal. Carson Woldridge, who had a great game in the semifinal against Penridge. Justin Kriebel, 3 hits on the day. Aiden Jones, the next up, he closed out both the semifinal and the championship games. And now Austin Stolzer. Grant Jennings here, he got the start on the mound today. Austin Earl will be the next. He got the start on Thursday against Penridge. The catcher Sam Montemayor is next. He's been a wall back there for Colonial Select all season. Zach Pasternak will be next. Remember to stay tuned for our player of the game interview with Evan Burns and our interview with Coach Woldridge following the trophy ceremony. Connor Logan receiving his medal. Parker Starachi. And the last one here to receive his medal is Olzik. And now the championship trophy will be presented to Coach Woldridge and the 2026 Bux Mont Connie Mack A Division champions, Plymouth Whitemarsh Colonial Select. So we will take a quick break here and be right back. We will have our interviews and more post-game coverage for you on the other side. This is Game Time Sports, brought to you today by Bux Mont Connie Mack Baseball. All right, I'm here with our On the Radar Sports Player of the Game, Evan Burns. First off, congratulations on the championship. And second, congrats on winning On the Radar Sports Player of the Game.
Thank you.
So you had a big triple in this one, right? That kind of brought the energy back in the dugout. Not that you guys didn't already manufacture it on your own. What did it feel as you were rounding second base heading to third?
Just a lot of adrenaline, super excited, proud that I can drive runs in and provide for the team.
You made a great diving play in the semifinal game against Penn Ridge last Thursday. What was it like making that play?
You just got to put it all on the line, especially in those tight games, and it's really put it all on the line and made the catch.
You hit leadoff for this squad. What's your mindset going into a leadoff at bat to begin a game?
Just get on base, provide something for the team, let them get deep account, just do something for the team.
When you guys got that final out, what did it feel like to know that you're Bux Mont Connie Mack A Division champions?
Awesome. Seemed like I was the only one that's pretty excited, but I was pretty happy.
There you go. Well, congratulations, and make sure everybody that you stay tuned for our interview with Coach Woldridge in just a second.
Welcome back. I'm here with head coach after the win. What impressed you most about your team's performance today?
Really, just the hitting. I mean, we were playing against a very good team. Last time we played them, scores 3-2, 2-1, and really no one was able to hit. And our boys just kept hitting and hitting and hitting, and take their hats off for it. It was one of our best offensive games of the season.
What was the key to setting the tone so early in this game?
Well, we said for visitors, we wanted to score early and then have them try to chase us. And in the first inning, I think we scored 2 or 3 runs, and we did that. And then, first time through the lineup, the boys hit well, and then second time we were able to put more, and I think it put more pressure on Wissahickon.
What was your defense? How do they contribute to today's win?
Our defense is very, very good. I mean, I know you just interviewed Evan Burns. Today you interviewed Carson Woldridge last game. They're the middle of our infield. They make plays consistently, as well as our third baseman, Justin Kriebel. And I thought today our outfielders were excellent. I mean, they made a lot of good catches today and all season that weren't very easy. And, when you make plays like that, it makes it much easier on the pitcher.
What has this team overcome to get to this point?
We just overcome a lot of injuries in the beginning of the year, a couple of vacations. But we've played a lot of baseball this summer, and the kids really came together. They enjoyed playing, and they enjoyed playing together. A lot of these kids have known each other since they've been, 7, 8, 9 years old. And by doing that, I think it makes them want to play a little bit harder for each other. Mm-hmm. And once you get everyone on the same page, it's, makes it fun to watch.
Okay, thank you. Congrats.
Thank you, and thanks for the coverage for you guys. You guys do a great job.
And make sure to stay tuned for the post-game report with Noel McShane and Brendan Flato.
All right, and welcome back into our broadcast booth. Brendan Flato, Noel McShane. You just watched the 2026 Bux Mont Connie Mack A Division Championship game, won by Plymouth Whitemarsh Colonial Select. You got to hear from Evan Burns and Coach Woldridge. Nolan, just some closing thoughts on tonight's game.
I mean, overall, it was a great game. Each team fought hard. Colonial, obviously, was just dropping balls in the outfield. I mean, everywhere, honestly. It was a great overall game. Hitting was well. I mean, Wissahickon lacked in the pitching areas a little bit and hitting, but overall, I mean, Colonial with an outstanding win tonight. It was pretty awesome to see.
Yeah, and for Colonial Select, they now set their sights on the Connie Mack State Tournament, where they will enter as the #1 seed representing the Bux Mont Connie Mack A Division. Nolan, it was great to have you on the broadcast again here today. It was great to call games throughout the regular season and the playoffs here for Bux Mont Connie Mack. We hope to be back again next year, and we hope to do some coverage of the state tournament here in the coming weeks. But for that, I'd like to thank our crew now, Connor Lauerman, our camera operator, Grace Hume, Sideline Reporting, Michael Lee, clicking the buttons as our producer. My name is Brendan Flato. That's Nolan McShane. Thank you all for tuning in, and have a great night, and enjoy the rest of the Bux Mont Connie Mack season.